let's just talk about. So we watched the English dub in that, and they had that motherfucker Joey who had the Brooklyn accent. He's like Yogi.
Oh yeah,
Hey Yogi.
I forgot about that, dude.
And the red eyes black dragon.
I forgot about that.
Just
dude.
randomly gave him a New York accent.
You don't ever realize how bad it was.
You know,
until
if
get
you
older.
you get the English dub of Joe. Hello, anime fans, and welcome to That Anime Podcast for casual anime fanatics, where we talk all things anime in a fun and uncensored fashion for your listening pleasure. I'm your host, Jordo, and here with me today, as always, is my co-host and baby brother, Brennan. Brennan, what's new? How the hell are you?
I'm great, man. It's about 8:30 here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We got the Instagram page up. It's at That Anime Podcast. Go follow it if you do listen. And I'm caught up on Jiu Jitsu Kaizen, so we can touch on that a little bit today.
Good. I am very excited to talk Jiu Jitsu Kaizen. Today we also have a very special guest. He's going to be a pretty regular guest, I'd say, on our show. His name is Colton, a.k.a. Colt45, a.k.a. Colt, if you watch Attack on Titan, which we do, and I know you do. He's our older brother, and he is an expert on anime. He's been watching for nearly a decade, probably more. He is gracing us with his anime knowledge today. Colton, how are you? Welcome to the studio.
I'm doing good. I'm glad I can be here. I'm going to do my best to get this pick it up where it's going. So,
Good.
see how it goes.
Is this your first time being on a podcast?
This is my first time. So,
All right, everybody, go easy on him.
This is my second time.
We're gonna break him in. I've been on several podcasts, but this is my first time being a host for a podcast. So, everybody, Brennan and I realized after we recorded our episode last week that we completely forgot about an anime, a huge one.
Yeah, well, let's let Colton tell us about his start in anime, too, and then it'll probably drive us right into where we're going with this.
Yeah. Let's start there. So I gave you a little teaser, but now I'm not going to give it to you. Let's ask Colton first. Colton, where did you start with anime? How long have you been watching anime, and what was the first show that you started with?
I probably started in 2006, so it's been quite a bit now. It started with Dragon Ball Z, as we all watched it. We all thought it was a regular cartoon, but getting older, you start seeing more on like Adult Swim and Toonami. Probably Full Metal Alchemist was the real one I started watching without you guys around at night.
I remember you watching
Were
that.
you watching that on Adult Swim or on some sketchy websites?
I think it was Adult Swim or Toonami, one of the two. They were both late night.
Yeah,
But
well,
then-
Toonami on Adult Swim, I guess.
Yeah, same thing. But I'd say I really started getting into it with Naruto, and that's when I just started.
How
Wa-
old were you? Do you remember?
I was a senior in high school when I started watching it, so 2008.
I think I remember on that piece of shit HP laptop you had, you were watching it on that
Yeah.
one, too.
What did you watch it on?
I watched it on the laptop, and we watched it at my mom and dad's
Like
house.
illegally, just on websites?
Yeah, on website. I watched it at mom and dad's house in the
Gotta get it where
downstairs
you can get
computer.
it.
Yeah, you got to.
Hey, we're all pirates.
And that was back then. I don't know how I remember this, but I know it was the that Joe Inoue song, the Shikamaru one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just remember you watching that for some reason,
Yeah,
like around that time, and maybe because you had the song on your iPod.
probably. Yeah,
used
I
to
had this
play
song
that
on
shit
my
in the-
iPad. I used to listen
And
to it
then
on
you
my
saw
iPad.
Maxima.
That was
Right.
the best opening in Naruto. That was one opening I watched every time through the entire time.
I don't know if it's because I already knew that one before. I mean, it's a good one, but it maybe doesn't even crack my top 5 of all the Shippuden openings.
Oh yeah.
But I don't disagree. It's not a good one. Just it ain't up there for me.
Yeah, it's been
But-
so long since I've watched actual Naruto episodes now, compared to Boruto that I'm watching. So,
What do you think about Boruto?
Boruto is definitely not as good as Naruto.
Why watch it?
You watch Naruto, basically for 10 years, and then it stops, and then you're creating one about his son, and you feel like you...
So you reluctantly have to watch Boruto.
It feels like you have to watch it.
I mean, I was doing the same thing. I watched it...
I tried, man.
At least
I couldn't
30
do it.
to 40 episodes before I was like, it ain't even worth
watch
it.
That shit.
It's good when it's actually following the manga, but the manga only comes out once a month, so they're a ton more filler than it was compared to Naruto. So
okay, so spoilers potentially. That arc where they went to the Hidden Mist and fought the new 7 Ninja Swordman, is that filler?
That is all filler.
Yeah, because that shit was stupid. That's what made me stop watching it.
They came up with a new 7 Ninja Swordsman, and it was filler?
Yep.
Yeah, and they're all Jonin level, and Boruto basically beat them all by himself.
Yeah.
Which ruined the power level scheme for
But
me. But I didn't know it was filler.
I will say
still.
right now, currently, they are back on the manga. They're about to fight the head boss. I'm bad with names in anime for some reason, but...
It's because of how much you consume.
Yeah, I watch too much to keep up with, so...
All right, well... I can't believe you were watching Naruto in your senior year of high school. Like, I was so far from entering the world of anime. You were already 5 steps in the door.
Yeah,
I wasn't
just didn't have any time.
I couldn't
for
even
that
see the
kind of
door at
stuff.
that point.
And it really hit off because Jesse Barr. I'm sure you guys all know him. One of my good friends. Me and him, we talked about it every day in science class. So that's how we started.
I mean, it's a dang good show. I mean, if I would have started it that back then, I'm sure I would have done the same thing. But it just goes to like what we were talking about last week, Brennan, how access was a huge thing.
Yeah, it was. Like I didn't have a laptop, so I wasn't going to be able to find it. And
yeah.
As far as I know, it wasn't on any TV. Maybe a Toonami late night, but I was doing shit on Saturday nights,
Yeah. I didn't have a laptop till college, so I'd be watching it on our parents' computer downstairs in the computer room.
Jeez. Hey, that's why we are That Anime Podcast. We're casual anime fanatics. But this is a great segue into a huge mess up by Brennan and I last week. We were talking about animes, ones we grew up on, and we completely missed some huge influential animes from our past.
We did.
And this one that we missed that we're going to talk about first, it really might be the most popular anime and franchise in the entire world. And we somehow didn't mention it. I didn't even have a thought about it.
It's because we're American. We thought it was,
I mean,
a cartoon.
It's also just so worldly popular. Like it's normalized to not even be considered anime. Just like in my head, I guess. Like I know it is one, and then
it's so Americanized we didn't even realize it was an anime. And what we are talking about, folks, is Pokemon.
Pokemans.
Those Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Pokemon. How in the heck did we forget about that? It had to be because we didn't think it was an anime.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
we didn't even consider it.
I didn't think about it when I listened to you guys on the last episode. So
definitely younger than, and that just goes to show, like even us as anime watchers, we associate it with the battle, the fighting, even though the Pokemon are fighting, but just like hand to hand swords and stuff like that. So we just discount it.
It's
well, Even now, the current one, I've seen a few episodes on Netflix because it's on Netflix. It's so Americanized now, the way they're drawing it.
Oh, the one on like Disney XD.
Now it's on Netflix, actually, the new season.
Yeah, but they look super cartoony.
They changed his format the way he looks now. It's totally drawn.
Is it still Ash Ketchum?
He's still Ash, but
so he is a kid forever.
Yeah, he's basically a kid forever. There's the rumor that he never ages because he saw Ho-Ho.
Yeah,
the bird.
that in the first episode of the first season.
Episode, and that basically wished that he's going to be a kid forever. And
I heard he finally won a Pokemon championship too.
He did. I haven't watched all Pokemon, but he did win it.
I've heard.
Or he became close. He got second.
What? He's gotten second.
Maybe
before,
so. I don't know. It's been a long
he won
time.
It.
He may have.
But I'll say I'll probably never be caught
But I
up
did
on
see his
Pokemon.
current partner that he's going with caught a legendary Pokemon.
Okay. Can we just talk about how big Pokemon is?
It's very big. Especially
I remember sneaking cards into school.
Oh,
you get that shit confiscated. So we, being a family of 3 brothers, our dad used to buy the pack of cards. There's like 11 cards in a pack, right? The small ones.
Yeah.
And 11. He would divvy it up one at a time. And I remember Brennan always would get the best cards. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
He'd
I
always
remember
get the
doing that with,
holographics.
He got a Blastoise. I
the
remember.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards
Yeah, we did that
too.
with Yu-Gi-Oh too.
He would turn them upside down, and he'd just hand them out.
I mean,
and
I
you
guess it
wouldn't
was
know
a
what they
it was a
were.
fair way to get it done, but
Even with like when you buy the people's packs, like you buy the Kaiba
Yeah.
pack, and there's 3 blue eyes in that bitch.
Yeah. But do you know how
You don't
big
wanna-
Pokemon cards are right now?
they're huge again.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
my wife's a teacher, and kids still bring them to school, still get them confiscated.
first edition boxes right now. I've watched Logan Paul. He is a YouTuber. I'm sure everybody knows him, and he has a podcast. He bought 6 first edition boxes, which contain, I think, 36 packs in them, for $2 million.
We got some first edition boxes. Logan Paul hit us up, man.
I don't know if we have.
Oh,
any
we got
first
them. Dad's
editions.
got that
And
stuff
even
stowed in the
a
attic.
first edition Charizard, Shadowless, is going for $350,000 more or up.
We'd have to go through
That's
all
how
our
big
cards to
they
see if
are.
they're actually.
we have you
first
had a
editions.
holographic
Yeah.
Blastoise, Brennan.
I mean, we have hella cards, but to
Yeah, we
actually
do.
be a
I,
first edition,
I actually found
it's
my collection.
tough.
I have not found anything that's worth. I have a few. I have a dark Charizard, but he's not even holographic.
Lame.
Yeah.
I did want to mention one thing about Pokemon that I find funny. So we're watching Pokemon, and we're all in grade school. It's an anime, and one thing we know about anime is there's always the notorious pervert. And in Pokemon, it is Brock.
Is he?
He is the
he's just a
first-
womanizer.
No, he is the first pervert anime character that was ever introduced to any child, most likely. Any kid that has ever watched cartoons.
Hits on
In
every
our
Nurse
age,
Joy and
Hits on
Officer
every
Yeah, that's
trainer,
insane.
every girl. He is the first. He was an okay pervert though. Like he wasn't over the top, but he was like he started that thing.
And he
even
served as like the
before
comic
Master
relief
Roshi.
in the group.
He was perverted even before Master Roshi. Like he was
To
the
us,
first
yeah.
anime
to
pervert.
us, yeah. Even though Master Roshi,
Roshi
came
was a real
first,
pervert
but-
though.
Okay, yeah. I guess to us,
Yeah,
Brock was
Dragon
the
Ball
first pervert.
is pretty early, but yeah, we didn't see. We probably saw Pokemon before we saw Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, and Dragon Ball Z aired here, and then like once that finished playing on like TV, then they
Yeah.
like went back to Dragon Ball. Like
well, we
when Goku was
realized
a
like
kid.
there's a prequel to Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
So then we found Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I just think that's funny. I think about Brock, and he's got those eyes like Kakashi where they're never open.
Never open.
They're just always squinty.
Yeah, and like I don't watch Pokemon anymore, but I know me and Jordan both had a Sword and Shield for the Switch. So I mean, they're still getting money
Great
off
game.
us some way somehow.
I bought both expansion packs, and
I heard they didn't do too well on the Switch though.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun.
They've got on one of the new Armor Island, I think is the one where you can set it to where your Pokemon follow you. So whoever's in your first slot is out of the Pokeball following you around. So you can have like a Venusaur
Following
jumping
around
around, following
behind.
you around, even when you're on bike, and it's
Yeah.
just like hustling to keep up with you.
I mean, I just appreciated how they put they had a good mixture of Pokemon in the Sword and Shield.
I heard you can catch shiny Pokemon too. Have either of you guys caught a shiny Pokemon?
I have
No.
not yet. My wife plays it. Oh, sorry. My wife plays it more than I do.
There's
she
honestly
might have
too many
caught one.
Pokemon. It's hard to.
I say it's a
Fill
rare
out your
chance in the
ranks.
game apparently, because in the cards now they have shiny Pokemon, and a shiny Charizard is one of the rarest cards you can get too.
I have not caught one. Okay. Pokemon. Don't know how we missed it. We did. Sorry for all of our listeners
Yeah,
out
probably
there.
the true first anime, but
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
For most
you know.
people who don't even know it's an anime.
Yeah. So another one here that we didn't talk about, which
I guess you could say even Digimon. We watched
Digimon.
Digimon,
I've got it
yeah.
on here. Digimon was and that is popular right now on Crunchyroll.
There's
Yeah,
a new season
Digimon
out. They
and,
remade the first season.
Yeah, they
almost.
remade the first season.
Yeah.
I know Colton's watched it, but you probably haven't watched Digimon Adventure Try. It's movies basically broken into
Yeah.
3-episode parts
I think it's
in there.
yeah,
and,
3 episode parts. I think.
and then I
believe.
know there's like I've seen it where they're like kids again. I don't know what that
it
one
was
is.
only based off a few of them, and it was based off the kids in the first season, but the kids from the second were in it. It was weird to me. I thought
Which one, the new one or Try?
that Try.
Try was good. I think I haven't seen the very last movie, so
Yeah.
3 episodes.
I haven't
but-
even watched the new season that came out. So
I mean, we had Digimon, freaking Yu-Gi-Oh.
That Saturday.
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Shoot,
yeah.
we used to watch Digimon before we got on the bus at school.
we used to wake up early on Saturdays to watch all these anime that we thought were cartoons.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we kind of got a list of them here. We got Beyblade,
Yep.
Monster Ranchers, Digimon.
Okay, and just to note, all of these on this list, we not only watched, but we played the extracurriculars. So Pokemon, we traded cards. Yu-Gi-Oh, we collected cards and we battled
Yeah,
the
we-
shit out of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Beyblade, we had a Beyblade arena.
did.
We were buying
it all.
parts.
Our
Our
dad
dad was
had-
helping us put some shit
Our
together.
dad had a Beyblade.
Oh yeah. Monster Ranchers, we had the video game where
I
you
love
could
that
put
game,
in
yeah.
you could put in any CD and it would generate you a monster.
We
don't
kept
have
trying
this one
all our
on
games
there.
to try to get the strongest one.
You guys remember Shaman King?
No.
Shaman King?
Yeah, they're actually coming out with
I don't know
a
if
new
that's an
anime
anime.
adaptation of it.
Yeah, I remember
believe.
that one.
What is that?
Shaman. He basically like some like spirit takes him over and he's like
yeah, they, like fight.
and he fights like behind him. I don't know. I can't.
It was
remember
kind of one of
too
those
other
Saturday morning ones
yeah,
too.
It was an old Saturday morning.
The only one that I think was actually just a cartoon was a Shaolin Showdown. You
I don't
remember
remember that one either.
They were like searching
Oh
for
yeah, it's little kids with the
Yeah.
yeah. I
like,
thought
a
that was
Krillin-looking
weird.
main character.
Yeah.
I do not remember that.
But those are just the ones we had access to just through Saturday morning cartoons. But there's like other 90s anime, we just didn't have them.
Man, I freaking love that Monster Ranchers game. But Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh, we got to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh a little more. I don't remember much about the show other than
Blue eyes,
he had to trust in the cards. He always put his trust in the cards, and they always came through for
You gotta
him.
believe in the heart of the cards.
Yeah, you gotta believe in the heart of the cards. He had the Blue Eyes White Dragon, or was that
That was
his rival?
Kaiba.
Yeah,
Kaiba.
Kaiba did.
He pulled out the
And then he
instead
had
of
the Toon. Who had the Toon Dragon?
That was a Pegasus.
Maximilian. No, but Kaiba beat Yugi's granddad in a duel.
Yeah.
Took his blue eyes, but instead of keeping 4, he just tore that shit up.
Yeah, he tore it up in front of
Ripped
him.
it. And that's why Yugi had to avenge him, and his grandpa was
Yeah.
like, had to go to the hospital for
Yugi
losing the duel.
pulled out Exodia on him, and
Okay, do you guys
Beat his
remember
ass.
why he was a child, but he transformed into an adult when he played cards? I don't remember.
Because
why.
he solved the Millennium Puzzle.
yeah,
that thing
he had the
wore on his
Millennium
neck
Puzzle, and I
that
guess
the
it.
Pharaoh wore.
Yeah,
I'll have to rewatch.
Because he was
that show.
Yugimoto.
and there's a
but he
bunch of
became
different.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I don't know what kind of pieces you call them, but
Yeah.
in the
I know what
game,
you're
there's a
talking
Millennium
about.
Eye, the Millennium Puzzle.
Pegasus had the Millennium Eye, didn't
Yeah,
he?
Pegasus had
Yeah,
it. He was one of the
Maximilian.
main villains in the second part.
Yeah, where they went to that island and had to get the stars on their bracelet.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about. So we watched the English dub in that, and they had that motherfucker Joey. He had the Brooklyn accent. He's like, Yugi!
Oh yeah,
Hey, Yugi.
I forgot about that, dude.
And the red eyes black dragon.
I forgot about that.
Just
dude.
randomly gave him a New York accent.
You don't ever realize how bad it was.
You know,
until
if
get
you
older.
you get the English dub of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in the first season, they're like Joseph Joestar.
Yeah, because they're like where they're from.
That's a good show too, though.
I just can't get over the anime. I've watched like the first 5 episodes, and then when they kill off the first one, I can't get back into it because it
Well,
just
it's
keeps
all the
getting.
same. It's a new.
I know he
Joe.
keeps getting reincarnated, but then the vampire, he's the same guy. But they
Yeah,
keep.
I mean, I'm not deep enough in.
I
I've
don't
tried
know,
to start JoJo like 2 separate times, and it wasn't.
That's one
I
like
just never made it through.
like you watch One Piece. I tried watching One Piece. I just can't get into it.
No,
I'm crawling through it. I'm on like episode 9. I'm on
Yeah.
the Honorable
I just-
Pirate.
I could never get
episode.
into it. I know people say like it's so.
It ain't
good,
bad. I think it's one of
No,
those where
it's
it's got a
fucking
fan base
good.
because it's a slow build.
but-
I mean
yeah,
it's one of the oldest ones, so like the animation is what turns
I mean,
people
yeah,
away
it's-
initially.
it's one
But
of
I'm
the
just
old
saying,
big
just keep
three.
watching it. The fights are really good. The story's really good. I mean, it's honestly crazy. Like the arcs are like, when they're in an arc, that thing's like a whole anime in itself. Like they build up the worlds so detailed. I don't know. I like One Piece. I'm glad I'm in the 700s probably somewhere on episodes, and I don't regret
Holy
it.
cow! I didn't
Yeah,
hear that
there's
far.
that
It's got the
many.
most. I think that they've
It's
broke
the
1,000.
only one of the big 3 that's still going. I mean, Bleach is coming back, but
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
yeah.
All right, what other throwback anime? Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, Digimon, Pokemon. I can't believe we forgot about those.
Yeah, those are 3
Those are
originals.
buried deep
Yeah.
in my subconscious.
And we talked about it a little bit last week, but Yu Yu Hakusho, it was on
It was on
the
Toonami.
4 Kids, but I've since gone back and watched it a couple years ago, and
Yeah.
that shit's top tier as far as shonen goes. You haven't watched it, Jordan, but
Yu Yu
you
Hakusho,
should
yeah.
consider. So just other 90s anime. This one's kind of like, you got to see it. You know, you may have a different opinion on it. A lot of people say it's like a classic, but Neon Genesis Evangelion. Have you
That's
seen
on
that, Colton?
Netflix, yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen it on Netflix.
haven't
I've never
fin-
watched it though.
No, they say it's the greatest mech anime of all time. So I mean,
Personal
that's probably
opinion-
one we should watch.
Personal
I've watched
opinion,
like
it's
the first
okay.
6 episodes. Yeah.
I mean, Netflix probably snagged it because it was cheap.
yeah.
I mean, it probably wasn't
And they got
cheap.
the
I
ending
mean,
movie on there too. So the end of Evangelion.
Yeah, I only watched the anime end where he sees that shit in his head where they're like, "Good job."
Yeah. But people say, I've heard. I mean, I just never got into it either. But I've watched half of it. I need to finish it, but people say it's the best mecha one of all time.
One more I want to talk about that was on Toonami was Gundam Type G with the Shining Gundam or the God Gundam, or was that the second one he got? But in the English dub, they called it the Burning Gundam.
The Burning Gundam.
Not
that was the best one,
people.
like where he had to put on the black suit.
Yeah, that
was probably the best Gundam.
Yeah, I've gone back and watched it too. Domo's pretty.
What was the other anime we watched? I remember one. It had a Liger.
Zoids. We talked about that shit last week.
Yeah, you had the toys, Brennan.
Yeah, I had the Liger Zero and the little big cloud that went in it.
I remember all these animes, but I don't remember like the story. I don't remember the characters. I just remember the actual.
I mean, Zoid's storyline was just like they had teams, like they were the Blitz team, and they'd like show up and fight other teams, and then I can't remember the name. Like these bad Zoids would show up and like every time and interfere. Yeah. Remember they had the little judges that would come in, the white robots, and then when they fought the bad teams, it'd be like a black one.
Was the Liger Zero the white one?
The Liger Zero is the white one.
Because I know they had a blue one.
That's the Shield Liger.
Yeah, and I remember the Shield Liger one. The guy found it, and then he basically made it his own. I think, or it was Liger Zero. I can't remember.
There's two different ones. The first one we saw, the one with like Bit Cloud and that gang, I think was actually the second series where the original guy had the Liger or the Shield Liger.
I don't remember much about that one, but I do remember the show. And then we got one more on our list that Brendan wanted to bring up.
Which one is it? Metabots?
Freaking Gundam.
I talked about Gundam Type G.
Oh.
That's what we were talking about. But Metabots, you guys remember that? That little orange beetle-looking robot?
Oh, shoot, I do remember that.
Orange-looking robot.
I do remember that.
But they all had they're like robots the size of the kids, and they like fight them. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I know, that's just like real.
Is Power Rangers an anime?
No. What do they call those?
Either way, if it ain't an anime, we ain't talking about it.
Yeah.
All right, well, that pretty much covers the 90s throwback animes that we forgot. Had to mention Pokemon, had to mention Yu-Gi-Oh!, Beyblade.
Pokemans.
I wish they would make a Monster Rangers game again. That shit was fun.
You never know. All these animes are making comebacks, so then maybe they will one day.
All right, well, let's move on. Now we want to talk about hot anime. And what I mean by hot anime, I don't mean sexy. I mean anime that is on fire. People are losing their minds over these shows.
Probably some sexy characters too.
There's always sexy characters. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing with these anime shows. There's always a pervert. And, I mean, it's enjoyable to me. I like it. But the first one we want to talk about here, it's got a lot of momentum, or at least it did. It's, it's slowing down because it's not, new episodes aren't uploading right now. But My Hero Academia,
Boku no Hero,
Deku,
Midoriya.
Byakugan. Is it Byakugan? Bakugan?
Bakugo.
Bakugo.
Byakugan's Neji's eye.
Byakugan. Man, they all sound the same. So My Hero, it is a what?
I said All Might.
Oh yeah, All Might. That
All Might.
All Might.
All Might. That's one thing that I was when we decided we were going to start a podcast. It's going to be very difficult for me to not say people's names the way they say in the show. Like I'm not going to say Naruto. I'm going to say Naruto.
Yeah, like whenever whenever I watch Attack on Titan, I'm always saying Eren. They say that shit the most of anything in the show.
Yeah, Eren Yeager. Like instead of Mikasa, or Mikasa.
I don't like how they made her look like a man in the new season.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll get to that.
Hey, chill out on that.
The first, let's talk about My Hero. It's hot. It's gonna be Brennan. You said it's supposed to be a long-running anime. So it's going to be one of those ones like Naruto.
I would already consider it. What do they have at least?
They're saying it's one of the eps. Yeah, it's one of. They're saying it's one of the new big three.
I mean, I'd have to consider it.
It's up there for me too.
Let's not touch on that fully, but yeah, probably part of the new big three.
I enjoy the show. I'll tell you what I enjoy about it. One, I enjoy that it's one of those shows where it gives you a lot of characters and they're going to develop into powerful people, just like we did with Naruto.
Yeah.
They introduced you to all these ninjas that are coming into their power. They're not as good as their elders, but they're going to be there one day. But one of the problems I have with the show is it's so slow moving.
You think?
Yes. This school festival.
Yeah, that was the first arc.
That was killing me, though.
Whenever
At the end of the last season?
Yeah, it was just too much. I didn't need it.
I've never.
I liked the song at the end.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
never
I mean,
not
I
liked the episodes until the only ones I didn't like was the Gentle Criminal. Like I just
Gentle criminal.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I wasn't
either.
about
was
that fight
just-
really,
No.
and I felt like it felt fillery. I don't know if it's manga
And
canon or
Deku
what.
telling Gentle Criminal he was the hardest person he'd ever fought.
That
You're
was
telling me that muscle guy? That
Overhaul. I was like, that's disrespect to Overhaul.
Is that muscle man?
No, he was the one with the. He wore
Overhaul's the
beak
one
mask.
who could beak mask, and he's the one who
Yeah.
could absorb
I
people's powers.
still think that the hardest fight for him was the muscle guy,
The one where he freaking snapped
Where he
his
was
legs and arms.
where he was
and couldn't
protecting
save
that little
Bakugo.
kid on
Yeah.
the cliff. That was by far his hardest fight.
Almost all of
Well,
them.
he still didn't have most control of his power. I mean, he
Yeah.
did, but
But still,
still
he
learning.
completely obliterated his body.
I mean, he just wouldn't have been able to be Overhaul if Eri
Deku's done
wasn't
that.
on his back.
Deku's done that quite a bit, even now.
you call him Deku?
Deku,
Deku.
Deku,
Midoriya,
Midoriya. Yeah.
Izuku.
Midori-kun. Yeah. So Colton? Why do you think that My Hero is so popular?
Guess just the way it took off right from the beginning. I mean, I say it's instant action. I mean, right off the back, you're getting thrown into this
All Might.
All Might high school. Everybody's heroes are trying to be heroes. It's a good
Quirks.
story,
I like that they call them
They
quirks
call it
instead
quirks,
of
yeah.
powers.
Yeah.
but everybody's got
touch.
different ones. So
Yeah, I got a few notes. So I just put ensemble cast, which you guys both kind of touched on. It's hard to get that, like you said, with Naruto, and then like actually remember everybody in the classroom, which I may not remember all of them, but most of them. It's a lot of characters to remember, but I don't have a hard time with it. And it also provides that different take on the superhero genre, just the way they're like
plays
with
on the Marvel-
agencies and
the Marvel
stuff. and-
craze.
yeah, definitely. It's quality animation and story. I think their power progression has been really good and steady. And then Deku is a main character. I think he's a fitting main character. I don't think he's what's going to keep you there. But the way they build up people around him, like his mentor, All Might, his rival, Bakugo,
Yeah.
Todoroki,
Todoroki, yeah.
all the people around him is really what makes the show. But I think he's a good main character and a protagonist for us to have to drive the story forward. And then also it kind of came out at a time where I feel like there's a void in that big-time shonen genre,
Yeah.
or a void coming to. So that's why I think it picked up a lot of steam. I mean, and it's just quality too. Like, if it's not good, people aren't going to watch it.
I feel like Bakugo.
Yep, Bakugo.
Bakugo. I keep wanting to say Byakugan. Bakugo, he's like supposed to be this prodigy because his quirk is like awesome. I really feel like his quirk may be one of the worst ones.
The sweat where he can make explosives.
Yeah. He just can explode.
It's kind of OP, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I
He's
mean-
straight powerful. He overwhelms people with that.
I know, but it's just, I don't know. I just feel like as a kid, everybody talked about like, oh my gosh, but it's like, I don't know.
It's just
He's exploding.
I mean, it's just like you got to think about the different quirks that people get. Like,
Yeah.
Like compared
Midoriya's
to
mom
Todoroki's.
can like
The
all she
ice
can
and
do is
fire?
float stuff. Yeah, but he was bred for quirks.
Yeah, I know.
So
he's,
it's less.
yeah, Todoroki was bred.
hey, rightfully so.
I mean,
that
shit, the
boy's
one people
powerful.
sleep on is Ida's, the freaking engine, the engine calves.
The engine boy.
What's his name?
Ida.
Ida, that's right.
Yeah.
Minato's the best, man. Those grapes. The sticky grapes.
I still can't believe how that
He was
man's
using those
got
to climb over
He's the pervert in
Class
that
1A.
show.
Oh yeah, he's the best. He's the best pervert around right now.
Yeah.
That's all he cares
What's
about.
that special move he has that he does whenever they're fighting the teachers?
He calls it grape rush.
Grape
Or something. He was trying to get with that episode where they were getting everybody to go check out each other's rooms.
Yeah.
He was like, everybody come into my room. All the girls were like, nah, we ain't going in
Yeah.
there.
I like Mineta.
I don't understand how he made it
Into Class 1A.
into the school.
I don't
He's
know.
got sticky grapes. All
Did
he
they
does
show
is
him in the
he
entrance
rips them off his
exam?
head. He rips them off his head and he throws them at his opponent. They stick to him until they're overwhelmed with stickiness.
Yeah, but he can only do a certain amount too.
No,
Yeah.
that's his grape rush power though. That's unlimited.
Yeah, but he gets a headache or something, doesn't
Yeah,
he? Yeah.
something
He gets-
happens if he
Yeah, if he
goes
uses it too
fast.
much, he gets like passes out or gets a big
Yeah, because
headache.
remember when they were training, I think
Yeah.
on that field trip, he was just
he
having
starts
to,
bleeding from his head. That's
he was just
it.
having to rip him off his head continually.
Yeah,
It was like his
because
training.
he was like bleeding from his head. Yeah.
That character is amazing. He's a guy I want to draw.
So who would you say is your favorite character in My Hero?
It's definitely All Might.
Can't argue with it.
I mean,
Colton.
he's
He's up there. I mean, you can't beat United States of Smash.
you can't beat it.
Or any of- any of the American states.
Nebraska Smash.
Detroit Smash.
Yeah,
Detroit
Detroit
Smash.
though was the first one.
He's one of those characters of the show where if anything happens, like if he dies, like actually dies, it will massively affect the fan base.
Right.
Like, it's not going to be cool.
No.
Yeah, I like how they his last fight with One for All, or is
All
he?
for One.
He's All for One.
He's One for All.
Yeah,
All
for
for One's
One.
the bad one. Yeah.
How he beat him, and like that was like his last fight, but he's still there to mentor Deku. I think it's a good role to keep him in it.
Yeah, that fight for All for One was amazing. The animation, everything.
I mean, when he throws up his fist, I legit got chills.
And then goes buff mode for one last second.
Yeah. He made just his arm buff for that punch.
Yeah,
he switched
farewell, All for One.
That shit gives you chills, man.
It does.
Yeah.
Even whenever, spoilers ahead, if you're not all caught up. Are you guys both caught up on My Hero?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever Todoroki's dad, I thought that when he was fighting the, what do they call those things? Megus? Those little bird things.
I wanted to say homunculus, but I know that's.
Yeah, I think they are.
That's
He was calling them something. Megus? I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But he was getting trashed by that thing, and I thought that his arms and legs were gone, and he was following him just by like exploding fire out of his back. But at the end when he beat him and he threw up his fist, that gave me chills too, because he's the new symbol of peace.
Yeah,
I love that they made.
It was a good redemption arc for him too.
It was.
Like a little redemption episode.
Yeah, because he told Todoroki that he would make him respect him as a hero.
Oh, Endeavor? Yeah.
Endeavor, yeah, that's his name.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about
the black
fight,
things,
that they create.
No, so the thing Endeavor was fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Endeavor's the name of the hero.
Endeavor's the name of the hero.
Yeah, when Endeavor threw up his fist, that was
you talk about
awesome.
like getting chills and stuff, and you do get that with My Hero a lot, and I think it's got to do with the OSTs, the original soundtracks that they have.
I also think it's because
they peak at the right moments.
It does. It has intense episodes like that, and then it's those intense episodes are followed by like 15 episodes of lull. So when it does come, it's like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Yeah, they always have a format. They have like in the season of 25 episodes, they have like the training arc of 13 episodes, and they have like a mission type arc in the next 13. I feel like, but I don't know. I always enjoy when they're getting stronger too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the music for My Hero is really good. The You Say Run, you can play that shit will make anything inspiring, any video that you're doing.
I'll have to check that out.
But I can literally, if you hear any of the songs, it make you feel like a certain way. Kind of like if you hear Sadness and Sorrow from Naruto, you'll associate it with being sad.
Dun, dun, dun,
I like all mine, but I'd say my favorite is probably Mirio.
Oh yeah,
Lemillion. Yeah,
you can't beat him.
He better don't even tell me.
I know what happens. I won't spoil it for you
he
guys.
Made a hella impression.
Colton reads ahead of the manga, so yeah, he is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I hope he gets his powers back. Don't say anything like we just said, but
I kind of side with his mentor that All Might should have gave the power to Mirio. He would have been freaking.
Oh yeah,
he would have been amazing.
He's already good, and
he probably would have already surpassed him.
Oh, he would have been amazing with his permeation power and the power of All for One.
Yeah,
or One for All. Yeah, One for all.
Yeah, One for All.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, who's your favorite character in My Hero, Brennan?
Man, I honestly don't know. I think probably just from the most recent season, the old Red Ryato.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Kirishima.
yeah, Red Riot.
I have a red car and I have a Red Riot sticker on it too. Just whenever he.
Oh, is that what that's from?
Yeah.
Before?
Whenever he does his they do, I don't know, where they go out with heroes and like it's like a freaking internship for them.
Yeah, the internship.
But he finally goes into that extra hard mode to stop that dude that like pulls knives out of his body.
Yeah.
And he like went to the next level, and then when he's fighting with that fat dude, Fat Gum, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he reaches that other level. Because
I thought he's a pretty cool character too when he's skinny.
Yeah.
I'll say this about Red Riot: I thought he was going to be a gag character at first because remember in the student showcase, there's that other dude from Class 1B who's the same as him. Yeah, and they like fought, so I thought they were just going to be like gag characters. So I was surprised that they gave him a moment like that, two moments like that. So he's kind of like my favorite right now.
Yeah, he's probably up in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah, and he came out of nowhere because before that he was just like the dude that followed Bakugo.
Shoot, yeah, I like the animation in that show too. Like that part where Deku is watching the video of All Might after that day he finds out he's not going to get powers and he's crying.
They show that shit too many times.
I know, but it's just like, dang, like it's crazy how good you can make somebody look sad. Like, it's impressive how sad they made Deku look.
Yeah, I could go my whole life without seeing him rocking back and forth in that chair, watching that video.
Oh man, that's sad.
Holding
as hell.
the thing, crying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a good. Now that we're talking about it, like, yeah, it's a good show. I just wasn't a fan of the school festival arc. It took too long for me. I like the action. I like whenever
It was a
there's the
change of
symbol
pace
of hope.
for it.
Like the introduction of Hawk. He's freaking amazing.
You watched the openings on that one?
Oh yeah.
Those ones are like, if anybody watches YouTube, what's his name? Mother's Basement, I think. He does like these breakdowns of them, and it like really opened my eyes. Like they give away a lot in there. There's a lot of like, I don't know, symbolism in there. So like I'm big on watching those every time and really looking at the details.
Yeah.
And they just slap. I can't think of a bad one.
Yeah, most anime openings are that way. All right, let's move on to another hot anime. The next one that we want to talk about is Jiu Jitsu Kaizen.
Caught up.
Lost in Paradise
Lost in Paradise.
is definitely the best ending
Absolutely.
to an anime. Like, if you haven't watched the show, just YouTube the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen, Lost in Paradise.
Yeah, it's just that art style. Like they color outside the lines, and like
And it's
Yeah.
simple.
Itadori, he comes out and he's like
Gotta-
doing
gotta-
top rock
gotta get
moves.
it.
From
I always
break
wonder too,
dancing.
do they make the music and then they animate to the music, or do they make the animation first and then the band comes in and like, okay, we got a song for
Yeah,
you?
Big song, big Japanese singers, and you make
'Cause-
it big when you're an anime ending or opening.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
in what order does it come? Did they make the song to fit the animation, or did they make the animation to fit the song?
I've actually looked at that one on Apple iTunes, and they have like an album, that band. It's like 4 songs, but that one, it's the first song, and it specifically says like ending
Yeah.
Jujutsu
So they made it-
Kaisen.
I think they make
parentheses.
it the song, and then they
Then they make
artists
the animation.
But
for it.
sometimes they're just like the artist has the song, it's on their regular album, but then the anime uses it too.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think
yeah,
it
we gotta
varies.
talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. So, without giving away spoilers, because a lot of people probably haven't started watching it yet.
It's pretty new.
It's very new.
11
but it is-
episodes, I think, right?
I think, yeah.
11.
No, they're on 14.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 14 because they hit
Is
the
it?
halfway point of the first season.
Shoot.
But it's your typical story. Kid is naturally talented with strength. He's
Yuji
humble.
Itadori.
He's not the smartest tool in the shed. They never are. The
It's-
main character is never the smartest tool in the
Reminds
shed.
me of Naruto.
Yep. And then he's got a sensei who's laid back but super powerful. Reminds you of
me
Kakashi.
Yep.
And instead of covering his mouth, he covers his eyes. But unlike Kakashi, you will actually get to see this dude's eyes.
Yeah.
They haven't.
His
We
best
still
friend.
don't know why he even covers them, but
Well, because
His
that
best
other
friend
dude,
Megame reminds you of Sasuke.
the other dude wears the glasses, the blonde-haired guy in the suit. I can't think of his name. Who has
Blonde-haired guy
the?
in the suit.
He doesn't like working overtime.
oh yeah, he's got the
Oh,
overdrive.
Yeah, he
I know. I'm trying to look up all the character names,
They
but
like cover their eyes.
let me look up these character names.
Oh,
'cause we're
so
gonna
here's
need 'em.
here's something I thought I'd do for the pod, just to like give us some perspective. So I watched like the first 2 or 3
It's
episodes
Kento. Is who you're talking about.
in Japanese,
Kento Nanamai.
and then I
Kento
actually
Nanami.
saw that they had the dub on Crunchyroll. They have like every language of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh yeah, because that's how popular it is.
So I watched I've been watching the dub, and like, I feel like I'm losing it. I'm misinterpreting the characters in some ways, but I thought it'd be good just to have different perspectives on that.
I never watched the dub anymore. But yeah, it's Itadori is what they call him. Yuji Itadori is the
Mhm.
main character.
Well,
He's
in
got
Japanese,
that
they
pink
go
hair.
Itadori Yuji. They go last name
Yeah,
first.
Itadori
Yeah.
Yuji. But
Yeah.
they just all call him Itadori. And then
Megumi
Megumi.
Fushiguro, Ryomen
Megame,
Sukuna.
Yeah.
and Nobara.
But Sukuna's like the guy whose
Kugisaki.
fingers he's eating.
Yeah.
But this show, I don't want to spoil anything.
Spoil
But-
it. Who cares?
That's what we're that.
This shit- the
spoilers.
fighting- the
yeah,
fighting-
spoilers warning right here.
The fighting in this show, damn, it starts off fast.
That's what I like.
I like
want
it.
instant action.
I
Let me ask this: is Gojo too OP already?
yes, first episode.
He said, "I'm the strongest."
The first episode, he says, I'm the strongest, and then he looks Itadori in the face and says, or Itadori's like, what if the guy that's in him, what's his name?
Sukuna.
Sukuna.
Yeah. And he's
like,
supposedly
what
the
if he gets
strongest
all
curse.
13 of his fingers? Could you still win? And so Gojo says, I'd still win. So he's already prophesied that even if Sakunu,
I think
whatever
it's
his
just
name
Sukuna,
is.
I don't know.
Sukuna, gets all of the curses back, and is at full power, Gojo Sotaro can still whoop that ass.
Yeah, he's got a unique power, the infinity thing. We don't know a whole lot about, those, what do they call them, those
his
special
infinite
spaces.
domain.
They're domains, but basically from what we can see is you can't touch his ass.
That's why they're trying to trap him, basically. That's the only way that they can, is to seal him.
I think he looks better with his eye mask on. I don't like how his hair comes down. Initial thoughts, he's a little pretty boy. He's got the bright blue eyes.
Bandana holds it up.
He's got those white eyelashes, too.
Yeah, big girly ones.
Yeah.
You're saying
talking
that
about the domain expansion.
they actually show his eyes on the opening. If you look, he like shows him open.
But you didn't know
one of
who
them.
it was until you realize it's...
That's true, yeah.
Well,
it's Gojo.
They should have waited a little bit longer, but I guess it kind of moved my expectations that, we saw his eyes within like the first 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting like hundreds.
I really hope that this is a long-running anime. And that Megumi Fushiguro, the guy with the wolves, he's got, I guess his power is called Shigami. That's how he uses his curse power.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess if they get killed, he can't ever summon them again. So I'm wondering if he has the ability to create new ones.
Warning that he will, once I know one of his dogs died in the anime, he will get a stronger one.
So he can create new ones with
eventually,
more curse energy.
I don't think he's unlocked it yet.
Okay.
In the anime, but he will.
But yeah, we don't know a lot about this show yet. We just wanted to touch on it.
It's got a lot of similarities with other popular animes like My Hero Academia, because they're all going to the school, and currently they're preparing for like the school festival in their way. They're going to fight another school, right?
Yeah,
what they're doing?
they are.
They're fighting their sister school right now. Yeah.
And then also Itadori dies, quotation marks, or whatever, the two things to your fingers. Eren died in like episode 4 or something, and Attack on Titan came back. It's kind of like got that dark and gritty. It's got blood. It's very stylized. It kind of reminds me of Demon Slayer, another popular one.
Reminds me of Naruto
and then
too. Yeah.
They're searching for those gosh darn fingers.
Well, yeah,
and
Naruto.
I hope it doesn't remind me of the
main characters.
It's like Squad 7. Naruto, we got Kakashi, Gojo, Sotaro. We got Sakura. We got Nobara. We got Sasuke, Megumi, and we have Itadori, Naruto.
They have the dude who wears the thing like Shino Aburame, but I don't really know much about him with the white hair.
He has speak power. I mean,
he spoke once.
Yeah. He can only say foods when he's talking, but if he speaks, that's his curse.
We kind of talked about it on the ending, but another thing I really like about it is the style. Like, all the characters, they're wearing like what fashionable kids would be wearing today. And like, shit's pretty dope. Like, I like the character designs, the haircuts. They're all pretty realistic. I mean, some of them are a little spikier than.
They're in right now. Like, Itadori's haircut is what every high school kid has, where it's long on top.
He's got like the 2-block cut like the K-pop cut.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I like it. It looks good. And then just all their outfits and stuff. But
yeah, it's a dang good show. We're gonna have to watch more of it, and
the characters have that likability and
world.
Familiarity that you're kind of used to if you watch shonen anime.
Yeah.
So like, it's comforting in ways for people who like that and are going back to it again, like us. And also, you can't forget they do have the womanizer character. He's only been introduced briefly.
Who?
Whenever he asks Fugishiro what kind of woman he likes.
Oh, yes.
It's his best friend.
Yeah. Oh, his name is...
He can tell what kind of man you are. But what kind of woman
he likes Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
his name's
That's Itadori. No, Itadori likes Jennifer Lawrence with a big ass.
That's what he said. That's why he's like, we're best friends. His name's Toto. Ao Toto.
Yeah, he had a backflash of him and Yuji without even knowing.
They say that he's is he the strongest of the students?
He's the strongest in the sister school. Yeah.
Yep.
And he likes that idol too. That he like went to the fan greet to meet.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a funny character.
Right. There's always a pervert.
Yeah, I put that down as a note. He's the womanizer character.
Yeah.
Yep. There's always the one.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Because as soon as he asked him that, I was like, here's our guy right here.
Oh, that was sad as shit whenever that dude that got lied to by Mahito died.
I know, and the funny thing is they made him in the first anime opening. You thought he was going to be an important character.
Because he's under the tree in the opening with
right there at the end of it. So you thought like he's going to be a main character.
Have you gotten that far yet?
Shoot, see, I thought I was caught up. Oh, maybe it's because I'm watching the dub. But he was that kid in the opening under the tree. He had the kid in the school, he had him like floating in the air, and each door he barged in.
Yep,
That's
kid.
the last episode I saw.
No, so you're still behind. You're about
spoiler.
You're about 4 episodes behind.
Yeah, you got to catch up.
I literally watched it today when I got off work, so I was like, I'll be caught up. That's what I get for watching the dub, guys.
Yeah, you
gotta
got to catch up.
You got to watch the subbed.
I thought it would give us a good perspective. And Ray Chase and Robbie Damon are in it, who, shout out Final Fantasy 15, Noctis, Prompto.
All right, let's talk about another hot anime, Attack on Titan. Again, Brennan's not
Shingeki no Kyojin.
He's not on season 4 yet.
I'll tell you where we can talk up to, because I really don't want to be spoiled. So where me and Darby were last night, they're fighting. He's not dead, but they got Reiner. They hit him with those thunder spears.
And
he's like,
Reiner!
Yeah, and he's down, and Bertolt just turned into the
Colossal
Titan. That's where I'm at, so we can basically talk up to there.
You're about to get a breaking point. Yeah.
I mean, I've already seen the spoilers of like Eren being a badass in season 4, and it's at one point in season 3, I found myself like annoyed with him. I was like, this motherfucker's like always fucking crying, always bitching.
He's changed.
And then it kind of hit me though that it's actually really good development, because like since the beginning he had like all this drive, and people have been dying for him, and they've been putting all this pressure on him, like you got to seal the wall, like all this shit, and it would mentally, add up on you. So then I was like, it's actually good that he's like that, because any normal person, that pressure would build up on you, and that guilt too.
Yeah.
But that was whenever he was crying, whenever Historia was supposed to eat him. I was just like, this motherfucker has changed. But
so you
rightfully
seen the part
so.
of like how Levi became Levi with Kenny?
Yeah.
Kenny raised him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Levi's still badass. Probably one of my favorite characters in the anime.
Did you find out who Mikasa is?
I mean, I know her mom is one of the last of the Asians, and her dad was an Ackerman, so they moved
Yeah.
up.
She's an Ackerman.
Ackermans somehow are strong. They were infused with Titan powers where they don't evolve.
Oh.
And then that's why they're so strong.
Don't spoil shit, but I was hoping that, don't say anything, I was hoping that how they have the canister of Titan juice, basically.
Oh, yeah.
I thought maybe Levi would be the one to inject that shit in himself.
Have they used that yet?
No, they haven't.
Okay.
I will say,
oh, shoot, you haven't got to the Beast Titan yet.
I mean, I know Levi kills him, because couldn't avoid those spoilers, but don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Okay, well, hey, I was listening to another podcast talking about Attack on Titan, and they said something pretty cool. So in Japanese, devil, how you say devil is akama, or it sounds like akama.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ackerman, they're like the devils of paradise, because they're the greatest assassins. So like if you think about Mikasa and Levi, their last names are Ackerman, which sounds like akama, devil. Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's always little nuances like that if you really look into the language and the meaning of names and stuff.
Yep, I wish you were caught up.
Yeah, I would. There's a lot we can talk about.
I'm trying. We're moving pretty. I mean, we got the weekend coming up. Tomorrow's Friday. We're recording on a Thursday,
you gotta watch the subbed. Can't wait on the dub.
I mean, honestly, we've only been watching for like a week, maybe not even that, and we've covered some ground.
So what Titans have you seen?
I mean, the female Titan.
What was her female Titan power again? I can't even remember.
It's basically just the same as the Attack Titan of Eren's.
Okay, so here's what I don't understand. Eren is the founding Titan and the Attack Titan.
Eren
he's the coordinate.
He's the founding Titan in the new one, but he's originally the Attack Titan first.
How did he become the founding Titan too?
Because his pop, he ate his pops, right?
His dad was the Attack Titan, and he gave.
Eren ate him, right?
Yeah, Eren ate his dad.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's how he became the Attack Titan.
I don't remember that.
And that's how he became the coordinate, because Eren's dad ate the coordinate.
What's her name?
Because he wanted him to.
Yeah, and then he ate him, so Eren inherited all those powers.
He inherited the Attack Titan. And what's the blonde-haired chick in the anime? She's now the ruler.
Historia?
Annie. Oh. No, Historia.
Yeah.
You know how her father tried to make her become the founding Titan?
By eating Eren.
Yeah.
Because Eren's dad did that to the girl that looked like Eren. That was her
Eren
sister.
is also the founding Titan and Attack Titan.
But the founding Titan's powers is that he can control the
other Titans.
Those dumb Titans.
Yeah, because the founding Titan was originally Ymir.
Where I'm at, he just did it that one time.
And he's also another Titan now in the current manga, because he just ate a new one.
Well,
I won't spoil it. Yeah.
Hey,
that's it.
So Ymir, I didn't realize that she was the Jaw Titan.
Chill on Ymir. I haven't seen her since she went away with Reiner and them, like hopped
Okay.
on their back.
Well, nothing can be spoiled there, but so you've seen Reiner, the Armored Titan,
Yeah.
Bertolt, the Colossal,
Reiner's down. They
Annie.
hit that boy with the thunder spears.
What is Andy? What is Andy's Titan? The female Titan?
She's
Is that what it's
the
called?
Titan, yeah.
So a man can't
technically-
take the female
No,
Titan.
I think a man can be the female Titan, technically, right?
I don't know. I know it's
Maybe
never been
not.
discussed.
So Annie's Titan. I think she had the
She's
hardening
still-
ability for like ice. She could like
she's
turn-
still crystallized in.
yeah, crystallize.
Yeah,
But
it.
they
she's-
can all do the hardening
but-
ability. Aaron can.
I can't tell you
But
guys because you guys don't
yeah.
know. But yeah.
Yeah, this is the problem with people that read ahead on the manga.
Well, shit, by next week's recording, hopefully I can...
We'll talk.
Be
We'll
caught
talk.
up and
we'll
we can
talk a
talk all the way
load
up to the
of
end.
next week.
I watched some
On Attack
YouTube
on
videos
Titan.
of a guy who goes over every chapter, so I watch it almost every week. But yeah.
So,
Okay.
don't spoil anything, but has the animation been better? Can you even tell? Than Wit?
You can definitely tell to me
That the animation's better.
that to me it's not. I mean,
It's not...
compared to the third season, when most of it's hand drawn, or if they did use CGI, they covered it really well. Like you got that scene with Levi being chased by Kenny through the alley, and that scene alone was so much movement. And then you see in the new season all the CGI, it's slow. And don't get me wrong, Mappa's doing a good job. They took on a workload.
I hate CGI.
Yeah, the current company that did it before couldn't do the workload because they're trying to push out this last season. But
Yeah,
Mappa's a bigger
see,
company. They also do Jiu Jitsu Kaisen and a couple others.
Jujutsu Kaisen has a lot of the
Kakegurui.
CGI, right?
Yeah.
Yuri on Ice. I've never
But
watched it,
Mappa
but I
is
know
pretty
people
good
like
at
it.
covering the
God
CGI,
of High School.
but you can definitely notice it compared to the old Attack on Titan seasons.
I'll definitely notice. That's one thing. I've been watching long enough where I can really
You
notice
will, especially with
animation.
the attack when the Titans are actually fighting. You'll notice. But it
Yeah.
overall, I'm not disappointed by the.
I mean, I never thought seasons
anime.
1 through 3. I never was like, oh, that looks like shite. Like,
No.
I thought they held up, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do for make the season the best it can be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd never heard of Mappa till this. Like, thought they'd get
They're a
like
bigger company. They do a lot of
Bones or
work.
something.
But I think Map is doing a good job of trying to handle it. So
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the difference is and what it's going to look like.
All right. We've talked about 3 hot animes. Are there any other ones that you guys want to talk about? We
If you
couldn't
guys
really
want-
talk much on Attack on Titan just because there's so much to spoil.
Everybody's different
I'll be caught
spot.
up soon.
Have you guys watched Doctor Stone?
No,
We talked
don't
about how we
spoil
didn't like
anything.
It's pretty
about
good,
that.
but I won't spoil it.
I know that's hot. Black Clover, I feel like Black
It-
Clover's popular, but
It's pretty big. I mean,
The thing
love
about
it's a long running anime, but
Yeah.
apparently now it's going to be ending in March.
Oh shit! I thought that was
Yeah.
going to be.
I love
another-
whenever animes end.
'Cause
Sometimes you just
there's-
need that closure.
Because they're catching up to the manga, and they haven't even finished the current Spade Kingdom arc that they're in the manga. So they're going to have to stop it because they're right on its heels. So they're saying that it's going to be a wait, but they are ending the anime in March as of right now. But there's supposed to be some special announcement at the end of that last episode.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's always nice to finish an anime. You feel a little weird. The only one was when I finished Shippuden because I was watching that week to week when it finally did end. And every episode, as it got closer, I would kind of, when the ending came on, I would kind of be like, shit, this is about to be over. This is about to be an end of an era for me. Like, putting a lot of time to this man, Naruto.
Oh, yeah.
Naruto, the
I'll
last.
say it lived up.
That movie is my favorite one, probably.
Yeah, I like the closer it gets.
Yeah.
Between him and Hinata.
Yeah, that was a good movie. That's the only Naruto movie I watched.
You watched Boruto though, didn't you?
The movie, no.
Naruto Boruto the movie.
Nope.
Watch that shit. It's
Well, it's
good.
basically
at least.
in the anime. The anime is actually better than the movie to me.
They just got to expound on the fight, but you
Yeah,
can
and
get
now
the gist
the
of it.
drawing of the Momoshiki is better in the anime than in the movie.
Boruto's he's a little punk using that damn ninja tool.
Yeah, now he hates him in the anime.
Yeah.
But you guys haven't been caught up on that.
No, I will not watch Boruto.
I mean, I've seen enough past where, like I said, I saw
If
that
you follow
7 Ninja
strictly
Swordsman
on the
arc.
anime, which they're back on now, strictly on the manga's part, it's good. But when they do the filler, it's terrible.
Like most filler.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's start to wrap up here. Talked about My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan. Of all of those, I am most excited about Attack on Titan right now.
I'd agree. I'm ready. I
I-
wait every Sunday. wait
I've
for the
noticed
next
that my
episode.
taste in anime it's evolved into liking darker shows. Like, I like shows with a darkness to them. Like, Jujutsu Kaisen has that. Attack on Titan has that.
You want Rising of Shield Hero?
Rising of Shield Hero was
That's a good
that was
one.
probably the darkest one I've ever watched.
That's a good one.
That shit pisses you off.
There's a new one out, but it's ecchi. It's not even on Crunchyroll. It's called Redo of Healer.
Yeah, I've seen
And
some
it's
people
pretty
talking about that shit.
disgusting from what I hear, but it's very dark as well.
I like those dark ones.
It's a
I don't know
mix
why.
of what they call, like you said in the first one, hentai, but they don't show any like. They do show like boobs and ass, and I hear in the manga, but there is an anime adaptation of it now. They're like on episode 4. I haven't seen any of it, but I've read part of the manga. It's actually pretty good. I haven't seen any anime, but we'll see if it ever comes out somewhere that we can watch it.
Yeah, like Hunter x Hunter. That was dark.
That's a good one. I like that. Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like we need less
wish
of the
they finished,
happy-go-lucky stuff.
Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah. I know. Hunter x Hunter.
Well,
like,
they always say the writer's always very sick. Could never finish it. I don't know if it ever
Who's
will
it,
be.
Like Tagashi, right?
Something like that. I don't
He wrote
know.
Yu Yu Hakusho too. He also married the person who did the manga for Sailor Moon, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he's got big time health problems, so that's why it's comes out in odd times.
When does Rising of the Shield
New
Hero
season will
come
be
back
coming
out?
out soon. I just don't know.
Brennan, you
when.
need to watch that.
Yeah.
I will. Like I said, I'm
Brennan's
trying to catch
got
my
to catch
girlfriend
up.
up on some. She's got to get her entry level anime, so I'm trying to catch her up on that. So,
Trying to
but
show you
I'll have
guys
to
which
move on.
ones.
I've been watching Jiu Jitsu Kaizen by myself because that's
That-
just like right before I go to bed. I'll pull an episode or two.
You guys need to watch. I forgot what it was called. You guys will like it because it's pretty dark too. I just gotta find it. You know, I'm bad with names because I watch so many.
Yeah, those dark animes are what I want, and maybe we can even whenever anime comes out or it's like finished, we could do like every episode talk about one episode like for
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Or at least like depending on how many episodes it is, like, you know, arcs or first 4 episodes, first half of it, something like that.
Yeah.
Get more in depth on some breakdowns.
All right. I also so I want to.
Did you guys
Talk
watch Mob
about-
Psycho? Did you ever
Oh
talk
yeah, I
about-
started it, but it's too
pretty
too
good.
cheesy for me.
I never finished it either.
Ah,
It's
that's
like
a
One
good one,
Punch
too.
Man style, but it's not. It doesn't have like it doesn't captivate you fast
You want
enough.
another dark one? Watch Goblin Slayer. That one's
Oh,
pretty
Goblin
dark.
Slayer, that shit's
First
that's just pretty
episode, it's
fire.
pretty fire.
All
It
right.
sets you up, but it's not like that the rest of the season. But
Yeah.
first one, it gets you hooked.
That's
first
the one where they like
episode.
go in a video game and like some of them join like that
Well, it's not
stronger
even a
crew.
video game; it's a real life.
Yeah, but then they like form. They're like weaker and they like try
Yeah.
to stay in that house, and eventually they're like, "Fuck it, we gotta get out here and kill some goblins."
yeah,
Yeah, it's only 13 episodes, isn't it?
yeah. They have a movie too. It's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, that one's really good.
But
Like,
the second season is about to come out, so I'd get caught up on that.
shoot, I might watch that one again just because it's been a while.
I'm trying to find the other one for you that I'm trying to find.
Oh well, we'll
That's
find
dark.
it. We'll find it off air.
Yeah.
So wrapping up, I wanted to throw out some possible. We got to come up with a name for our fan base. So we're called That Anime Podcast. I wrote down some ideas. The Animob, Animobsters, Animen. That doesn't really go well toward
nah, that
our
one's not
female.
good. Yeah.
Fanime
like it.
Fam. I like Animob the best.
Yeah,
but
Animob or
Animob.
we'll think about it. But
We'll
you
see.
guys, if you have any ideas, email them to us or Instagram message us. Our email is thatanimepod@gmail.com.
Instagram, That Anime Podcast.
That Anime Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, please. And most of all, if you've got a spare 2 seconds, go give us a 5-star review on Apple Music. That helps us
Or
get up there in the ranks. Thank you all for bearing with us. We're all pretty new to podcasting. We're gonna get definitely more organized and all of that stuff. But we're gonna keep posting every Monday. So
It just takes time. We'll get big.
keep following us. Again, my name's Jordo,
Brennan.
I'm Colton.
and we are the Evans Bros. And you all have a great week. Peace
Deuces.
out.